Hello everyone, my name is Kyle Furman and I'm going to be presenting the life of Pytor Tchaikovsky. And in this presentation we're going to go over his early life, how he started, where he went to school, the musical contributions that he contributed throughout his life, and then lastly 10 of his most famous works that he contributed throughout the 1860s until his death in 1893. So without further ado, enjoy the presentation. So we're going to first talk about his life, where he was born. And he was born on the day of May 7th, 1840 in Tchaikovsky, Russia, where he lived to be a total of about 53 years until he died on November 6th in 1893 in St. Petersburg, Russia. And through that time, he became a full-time clerk at the Ministry of Justice in 1859, where he then became a full-time student later on to learn about orchestrational and composition music, to then further his passion and to continue doing his work for some time during his life, and also while he was a bit younger at that time. So throughout his years, he went to the St. Petersburg Conservatory for about 3 whole years to learn about music and to further his career, and also to further his passion. And then he also later graduated in 1865 to further his passion. And he was inspired by about 2 people, Nikolai Zaremba and Antonin Rubinstein, to where he then also conducted his first ever piece in Russia, which was called The Storm, in the year 1864, shortly afterwards, during that time, with the help of these 2 great gentlemen. So, with his musical contributions that he has contributed, he mainly played the piano and flute, as he was self-taught on how to play the piano as young as 5 years old. That is very impressive, especially for a person like him. So he was very talented indeed. He also wrote a lot of ballets, operas, art songs, concertos, chamber music, and also church music as well. His most famous piece is known as the Nutcracker, Op. 71, and Pas de Deux, as he wrote 7 symphonies, 3 ballets, piano concertos, and also more than 100 pieces for piano and other pieces as well. So he wrote mainly piano because he didn't really have much of a singing voice like others would do, but the Nutcracker is one of many piano pieces that he wrote during that time. He was mainly inspired by Luigi Piccoli. Reason for that is because with him, he was the one who actually inspired him, and he was the one who actually admired his music. And through that time, he was also inspired by Vladimir Pushkin, but he wasn't much of an admiration as he was. And he was the one who saw more great potential within his works. And then through that, we have his 10 most famous works, along with the Nutcracker, Swan Lake, 1812 Overture was written about in the 1860s. The Founder of Romeo and Juliet, that is by Pytor. We also have the Queen of Spades, the Nutcracker Suit March, and a lot of more of them. But again, he's mostly known for the Nutcracker and Swan Lake for being his most 2 famous pieces of all time. And then we have a link for his YouTube right here for you to listen at your own discreet. And then here's a picture of him personally. And all that being said, that concludes my presentation. I hope you got to learn about him as much as I did. Honestly thought that he was a very